Goodfella Radio Hip Hop Series. Your boy QS interviewing ESSO, man.
What's good, y'all? What's going on?
Let's get it poppin'.
We too deep in the night scene, so 8 hours a night is unlikely. I do it to death, I'm so Nike. You so courtside, so Spike Lee. I can't watch the game, that ain't like me. I'm the general, just like my ID.
Alright, so you're a New York artist, you're from Harlem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And from reading up on you, you obviously don't just focus on the glorified drug culture of Harlem, as in, you know, the Rich Porters and Alpos and things like that. You focus on more of the Langston Hughes era and the Harlem Renaissance and things like that. Like, how do you incorporate that into what you do, and how does it affect you? You know what I mean?
I think there's like Harlem is very dual. You know, like we have both sides, and I'm not saying I'm like completely to one side or the other. It's more like I think I'm more in the middle of those two worlds than a lot of other people are. So I take pieces from that Harlem Renaissance era because it's just as much of a piece of the history of where I'm from as the 80s and like the crack era and the Bumpy Johnsons and that more criminal history of Harlem. So I think it's more like I've seen both sides. You know what I mean? Like I have friends that that I've lost, and I have friends who are lawyers. I have friends that are doctors, and I have friends who've been locked. You know what I mean? But I've seen both sides, and I don't think too many people get to see both sides. They either get pushed one way or the other.
What do you think is your best example, based on your work, that you've incorporated the two and kind of meshed them and shown everybody, this is this side of Harlem, this is the other side, this is how I put it together?
It doesn't necessarily come out in a song, or any one song in particular. It's more like, it's just my perspective. So it comes out in everything I do, because it's just something that is like a part of me. That's just the way that I was raised, was to see things that way, because I was exposed to both sides.
Now, you performed in a lot of big stages. You've been on, all the cable, television, music networks. You know what I mean? You've gotten your on-sign hype and everything like that, all over your blogs. What, all those experience, all those credentials and everything, what is the most important thing about them? What do you think that helps you do the most?
I think they really just are like, if you want to call them industry validations. You know what I mean? Like, so it just makes certain conversations easier, really. That's all it is. Like, it doesn't affect the way that I approach writing or approach songs or anything like that. Like, it's just literally things that I've done. And like, I have friends who will tell me, like, I don't enjoy those accomplishments enough, because I don't. Because it's like, I always think, like, the second that I get satisfied by one thing, it's like, I'm not going to push as hard to go to the next one. So if I really want to win a Grammy, am I really going to be gassed off of, Yeah, like, it's like, so when you aim that far, it's like, those things are just like, all right, okay. Like, there's no real path to becoming a rapper. Like, there's no path in entertainment. It's not like if you want to be a lawyer, you go to college, you take pre-law classes, you go to law school, you take the LSAT, you take the bar, you're a lawyer. You know what I mean? You want to be a doctor, go to med school, take the boards and whatever, you're a doctor. There's nothing like that. So it's like, those begin to become the steps that people look for when they want to, I guess, judge if you can make that leap or not. Okay, well, he got unsigned hype. All right, well, a few years later, he was in XXL. Same time he was in XXL, he was on MTV and had this thing over here and that over there. It just starts to become like that LSAT almost. Yeah. It's just the bar that you have to pass to get to the next level of achievement, I think.
What are they going to hear on the album? What's the name of the album? What are everybody going to get with that?
The project is called the Anti-Socialite. It's like, yeah.
Please elaborate. Please elaborate.
So, alright. It's like, there's a almost group of people, I guess, of which I'm a part, that people always assume are on the scene because they love the shit or because they always want to be there. They just want to be in the limelight or whatever. Those people are called socialites. The people who want to just be a part of the scene for the sake of being a part of the scene. You know, socialites don't always have reasons for doing the things that they do, more so than they just want to be seen. So I'm the anti-socialite. Like, I really don't care about any of that. Like, I enjoy it sometimes, because we all enjoy it sometimes. We're all like, what's the word I'm looking for? We're all susceptible to, you know, different degrees of limelight addiction, if you want to call it that.
Right.
You know, but what's on the other side of that person that is in that world but doesn't really want to be there? What does that person think about when they're not there? You know, like, one of the things that I wanted to do with Off the Wall was do something really, really creative. Like, something that I didn't think anybody else would think of doing, you know. And so I think that there are a lot of things that people don't understand about me from that project. Like, they may not necessarily feel like they got to know me completely. So this project is more like, now you're paying attention to me, let me tell you who I am, you know. And I think that's kind of like the overarching theme to the project. And it really kind of, like, as of right now, it kind of plays like a day in my life. So the introduction is like me waking up. Then it's like the things that I think about as I'm waking up. Then it's, you know, going to a party. Like, but these are all represented by different songs. You know, so all of these different things that a regular day, like maybe today, may have, if it was based on today, I'd have woke up and then I'd have came and done an interview, and, you know, like, maybe the song would have been someone asking me questions in the hook or something, and I'm responding. Like, that's kind of the way that I've been approaching it. And as far as the sound goes, like, I very deliberately want to do something my own, you know. So it's like very much in-house production. Woody's done a lot of it. My other producer, Renaissance, has done a lot of it. Right now, I think it's like 3 industry beats on there. One of them is the intro, and it's like probably gonna be no more than 14 songs. So
that's good. I always co-sign.
Yeah.
Short.
And I mean, and the industry joints are just like, just statements. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, all right, I got this chip. I'm gonna vent, and then I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about.
Back to schedule.
Yeah. Which is a part of the day. You know.
Basically.
You all, I mean, at least I, you know, have friends that I complain about shit to because they're my friends. Like, who else can I complain to? I'm not gonna complain to y'all. Y'all don't want to hear that shit.
Basically.
So, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, we want to hear the music for sure, for sure. All right, well, last question, always the last question. Where can everybody find you, contact you, websites, everything like that?
The website is www.theessoexperience.com, TheEssoExperience.com, Twitter.com/HiEsso. If you're on Facebook, it's Esso McFly, MySpace.com/Esso. Whatever, I could give out 30 websites if I really wanted to.
Google Esso rapper.
Yeah, just Google Esso and Harlem. And it's good to, you know, I think a lot of times, especially in the process, like, because I'm dead in the middle of creating something, you know, so it's almost like a preemptive strike. Maybe y'all understand now that I've attempted to explain it. But the music will eventually tell whether you do or don't.
As long as the music speaks for itself. Yeah. Goodfellow Radio Hip Hop Series, QS, ESSO. We out of here.
Okay, fresh, check. I don't know what they expect. I put it together like Tetris. Keep a console, no excess. Well, except the black necklace. And that girl holding the guest list knows that I'm well respected. So she speeds up my entrance like, yep. Him, yes, me. We gon' take this to the next degree. And you can blame that on my pedigree. It's no effing with me, cause I just do me kind effortlessly. Granddaddy Perp got elegant weed. And my vocab up, speak eloquently. And my vocabulary so SAT. Man, I'm so in my 2-3. Had to go and cue up the theme music for the stadium entrance. Might seem stupid. This is bigger than life. It's more Vegas. We don't even walk through casinos. Palms placing.